Hey guys, happy Friday and happy Friday Fix Day. This is our fourth Friday fix, and this week I've had a couple of good golfers, single figure handicap golfers, say to me that they've been struggling with their chipping. So just the simple shots around the green, 10 to 40 meters or so, fatting it, thinning it, wishing they could putt all the time. So today we're going to hopefully sort that out, and it's not going to be just how to chip. I think we've all been taught that. But we're going to do a quick rundown of a checklist for our setup, just in case we've developed any bad habits. And then I'm going to show you the 3 things that I see amateur golfers do when I play with them that really derails their chipping. So I'm going to show you the 3 things, show you how to identify them in your game, and then how to rectify them from there. So let's get into it. Setup is we're going to be obviously gripping down a little bit on the grip for our chip shots, just for some extra control around the greens. Then, because of that, we're going to be standing closer than we would for a full shot, obviously. Then our stance is going to be narrowed. No real set rule to it, just whatever feels comfortable for you. But we're definitely not going to have a wide stance. We're not having weight transfer or any of that. So nice narrow stance, nice and stable. Our ball position depends what kind of shot you're trying to play. Low runner or high shot, whatever. But we'll just say middle of the stance today for this video. We'll be fine. Our weight definitely needs to be forward on our leading leg. So not 100%, maybe 70% or so. Get that weight over there. That'll bring our hands as forward as they need to go. You don't need to start pressing them forward that I see some people do. So really that's it for our setup. I think we all should be pretty good with that. Now, the 3 things that I do see people do, the first one is sort of twofold, but it goes hand in hand, which is the tempo and length of your backswing. So I see a lot of people sort of hit a chip shot, they snatch the club away really quick, really short, and then they have to try and really hit the ball, try and get some pace into it in that short amount of time. Really going to struggle with that one. Or the opposite, big backswing and then a decel into the ball. So if you feel like that might be you, take a ball. If I'm just going to throw or roll that ball to the hole there, I'm not going to need to think about it too much. It's going to feel pretty natural, but I'm obviously not going to take it back really short and throw it, or take a big backswing and then throw it. It's going to feel natural, but that's what we want to take back into our chipping. So just pick up a couple of balls and just roll them, throw them over to the hole. So that seems easy, and that's how you want it to feel, obviously, for your chipping. Nice and natural, matching that tempo and length of your backswing. Okay, so number 2 that I do see people do as well is all fine into the backswing, and then they get this action on the way down. So leaning back on it, maybe scooping these hands, trying to get the ball in the air. And you can see from that, I'm kind of moving the bottom of my arc to back here, so you might be sort of duffing it, maybe thinning it on the way up like that. So good drill for that, which is what we've done in the bunker, exactly the same. To tell if you're the one that's doing this, check your finish position when you hit these chips. Really pay attention to where your body is. So hit some chip shots if you feel like, oh, actually I'm a bit back on the ball, maybe you're off balance. Those are really going to be pointing to this problem for you. So our chest, our body should all be sort of going towards the target all the time. So the drill for that is the one we used in the bunker. Set up, just put this right foot back on your toe, and from there obviously your weight can't really do anything else other than stay on this left side like we had it set up. So hit some shots just like that with the right foot back. Nice and easy. Get that going. And the final thing that I see people do that causes some problems, I think, with their chipping is not one that I hear a lot of people talk about, but I think because we often get told that a chip is like a putt, just pretend it's a long putt. I see some people, they set up, they get quite stiff in the arms and the wrists, quite rigid, and you see a bit of that action. And it's kind of hard to find the ball. You're quite shallow, you're really stiff and rigid, there's not much feel in it. So don't be afraid to get a little bit of wrist hinge into the backswing. Phil Mickelson, he's obviously renowned for his excellent short game. He teaches a method called hinge and hold. So hinge your wrists on the way back and hold them on the way through. And the hold is this angle that we create on the backswing with the wrist. Hold that on the way through so we're not flipping and releasing this club just on these short, simple shots. So maybe you don't want to add a lot into the backswing, but just don't be scared to add a little bit in there just for the feel. And then as long as you hold it on the way through, so your body is doing the rotation and you're just holding that angle of the club on the way through. So that might be a good way for you to just have that thought of hinge and hold. So do some practices like that. And once you start to get those three things together, they might not all apply to you, hopefully not, then we should start to get a good consistent strike, which is obviously step one to good chipping. Once you've done all that and you feel like you've really started to get a good strike on it, that's when you can move forward to distance control, different clubs, different ball position, trajectories. All these things come after the strike. So maybe next time we'll focus on distance control, but this is how we start to get our chipping back on track.